Hi guys, and welcome to episode 11 of Circus Plays Subnautica. So, where we last left off...
Restored. All primary systems online.
What the hell? Where we last left off was we were about to explore the Aurora. So let me just make sure I have everything ready to go. I got 2 batteries, got a propulsion cannon, repair tool, laser cutters, fire extinguisher. Okay, we should be good to go. So I did look up starboard and port side because who was it? Databank. Propulsion cannon. Well, actually, let's read this. The propulsion cannon allows technicians to manipulate gravitational forces at ranges of up to 20 meters. It's commonly used in construction and mining to move materials. Pull the trigger once to lock onto and attract a single target object weighing less than 25 kilos. The object can now safely be retrieved from the gravitational beam. Alternatively, pull the trigger a second time to propel the object at speed away from the device. Not recommended for use on organic subjects. Prop cannon. Some species are telekinetic. For everyone else, there's Altera. Okay. Bulkhead door. Okay, so I don't know what causes a fire on your habitat. I mean, I can imagine what causes flooding. So, okay, so we should probably be reading this stuff because this is actually quite useful. So, what is it that we're looking for, though? Codes and clues. That's not it. For the lost communications. Okay, that'll come up. That's for Aurora. We're probably actually going to be using that. We're not going to drown, so don't worry. Life pod 4. 150 meters northwest of Aurora's port midsection. Oh, there's a picture of it. Okay. Alright. So anyway, I looked up port and starboard, and I was wrong. So ports I would have thought was the right side. I could have sworn the Titanic had people getting on the right side, like in all the pictures, but maybe it backs out of port. I don't know. Whatever. Let's caffeinate. So, I'm a little intimidated by the Aurora as a whole. We should actually probably eat something. Look at us. We're just like, I'm hungry. Give me this fish. Consume. Okay. Anywho, I was a little intimidated by the Aurora at first, and I still am, mainly because I know there's some big things around it, but I think with the Sea Glide, we're fast enough that it doesn't really matter. Well, I shouldn't say that because I don't actually know, but what I do know is that we have a fighting chance of getting away from something. I'm also guessing there's going to be a ton of good resources around here. Let's see. Titanium. Come on, we knew what that was. Titanium. Anything in here? Propulsion cannon fragment. So that's titanium, I guess. It's weird because the game was running weird. I only took a break between last episode and this one to get some coffee. And now it's running totally fine, so it's interesting. I'm only scanning these, I guess, to get the blueprints. I don't really want the titanium. I don't want my inventory to be full, because I don't know what's on the Aurora, really. I don't know if we're going to need to be taking things off of it, or what's going to happen up there. Now, the one thing is, there was that picture of the pod number 4 off the port side of Aurora, so... I do believe that, though, that they said that there were big fish around them, which makes me think I know where it is, because there's big fish in that direction. I use the term fish loosely, as they're kind of monstrous, really. So when we surface, we'll get our bearings and look at the map. So go back to our data bank, so they can see this red light, or the fire, rather. So they're actually... probably... oh, they're right there.
New blueprint acquired.
Creature decoy. I mean, that seems pretty useful.
Integrating new PDA data.
Where is the crew log? We'll listen to this.
20 Altera crew. Landed in area of significant alien activity. Encountered predators in the Leviathan class, highly aggressive. Spectroscope scanner assigned species designator Reaper. One specimen attempted to swallow the life pod, doing extensive damage in the process. Only viable option is to make for the safety of the Aurora crash site. I have retrieved a data box with the creature decoy and enough resources to fabricate a couple of them. The swim's longer than the decoy lifetime, but it should just be enough to keep them busy. If you don't find me on board the ship, presume I miscalculated.
Okay, so he's probably a goner, if I had to guess. And I've seen big things swimming kind of in that trench, so we're going to do our best to avoid said trench. Okay, so before we get into the Aurora proper, I want to see if these things will respond to the flares. So we're going to need the fire we're going to need a bunch of tools, but I don't think that they care about the flares. Okay, that's fine. Jesus. You know what? Screw you. Wait, could I hit him with the box? I don't know. That thing's pretty cool, but holy hell does that use batteries.
Integrating new PDA data.
Seems dangerous right here. Okay, so we need the laser cutter. This, and we know the code for that door. It's somewhere in our data bank. Oh, that's sweet. That is so cool. Okay. So we'll deal with that in a hot second. Right now, though... Okay. The code is like 22... where is it? High security terminal. 2679. 2679. No? This... Am I crazy? 2679. That's the captain's quarters. Lab access. What is this? How about that? So... Lab access is 6483. Let's try that. 6483. Okay, so this is the lab. Okay, we're gonna need to go get some air, I think. Okay, and it does look like there's a door back here too. Oh, this is the lab as well. Okay, so there's probably something good in here. This looks like it might be something. Nope, okay. Sample analyzer. Microscope. Large sample flask. Making it rain. I guess we're gonna take this stuff. I don't know if this does anything or what, but the fact that it's like in here and we had to do some stuff.
Integrating new PDA data. New blueprint acquired. Data bank corruption was detected on your PDA. Your technology blueprints have been updated. Integrating new PDA data.
Okay, interesting. So we are like in the absolute bowels of this ship now. I almost wonder if... Yeah, I feel like we're not actually supposed to go through there. Okay, that's fine. So... This thing is like falling apart though. I mean, for real. We gotta... I am not comfortable being here. Okay. We'll take it. So what else is there over here? I mean, is that it? I don't think. My video game sense is tingling. Not that way, though. So we have a lot of, like, PDAs to listen to and other things of that sort, but I want to get away from these crabs first. They're creepy. I think we'll probably be out of here by the time food is an issue. Maybe not, actually. Propulsion can of pregnant. We'll scan it to scan it, but...
Aurora Aurora systems are running on local reserve power, unable to remotely download black box data.
Yeah.
Trash can, huh? Okay.
New blueprint acquired. Integrating new PDA data.
Prawn suit. Oh, we can take this? Okay.
New blueprint acquired. Integrating new PDA data.
And a battery. Sample analyzer. These things are killing me. I mean, I guess the sample analyzer is better than the battery. Let's do this. So what have we used? This thing. Okay. So let's drop the poorly charged battery, and we'll take the sample analyzer for now. And let's get one of these PDAs going. So not voice logs, data bank.
Exiting sleep mode. Loading voice recognition. Engineer Barclay and Chief Technology Officer you identified.
Drone, get me a propulsion cannon.
Repulsion cannon retrieved.
Hey, Berkeley. Install that circuit box with that repulsion cannon and you'll punch a hole in the cargo bay.
Damn it, Drone, I said propulsion, not repulsion. Recalibrate sensors.
Sensors recalibrated.
Sensors aren't the problem. I tweaked the program. It's like you now. It doesn't like being told what to do.
Drone, I know...
His name's Albert now.
Albert, I know it's not your fault, but it would really help me do my job if you'd bring me what I asked for. Thanks for your time.
Propulsion cannon retrieved.
Thank you. Now go away.
Entering hibernation mode.
Boss, this hobby of yours isn't making my job any easier. Or safer.
Maybe so, but it's all that's stopping me from being so bored I take a spacewalk in my skivvies.
Scans of damage to the Aurora do not match any known offensive technologies.
So this thing was probably shot down too. So we have to wait, so that's really not the code to this door. 6483. I mean, we'll try that one. Okay, what else do we... Okay, so we don't need any of this right now. Scan data. This is all irrelevant. I'm not seeing anything that applies. 2679. Unless I type that wrong. We'll try it one more time. 2679. And these are... Right, the Aurora black box data. Initiated slingshot maneuver, high velocity energy pulse detect on planet surface. Emergency distress signal. Back detect the light pod bay is on starboard side. Compromise. Outgoing communications compromised. Emergency evacuation initiated. Okay. So that's just what happened. I'm not reading that one right now. This is indigenous life forms. Okay. So I guess our progress of the Aurora is over. 2679. We'll try this. Maybe I typed it wrong. 2679. Alright. Well. Okay. So. Let's drop that guy and take the battery. So. I think that might end our adventure on the Aurora today. We've been to administration. Downloaded that data. I believe we've listened to every voice log that's applicable to the Aurora. There might be another path out here, I suppose. It's definitely worth checking. This fire seems like we can't put it out, and these crabs are just the most toxic thing ever. What the hell? Okay. Well, I think that about wraps the Aurora up for now. I'm not seeing any other path that we can take. Unless we can get over here. Oh. Okay, then. I suppose we might be able to go like into it, like under it kind of, but I don't know about that right now. I feel like we might need bigger equipment or something, because we wouldn't be able to surface, and that's kind of an issue. And that thing seems kind of terrifying, although it's a lot less terrifying now than it is when you don't have the sea glide. I will say that. Okay. So we're coming out of here with a pretty decent haul of medkits, at least. And I guess we got some story information. What's in here? Battery. Honestly, we probably don't need... We do have a sample analyzer, so I mean... do we really need more than one? I don't know. We might. And I may have just done goofed, but... you know what? If I can find it, I'm going to take that sample analyzer. I think, you know, just given the... I'm never going to find it, though, am I?
30 seconds.
Well, it's got to be... on the Aurora, or closer to the Aurora. It's probably right down there, actually. Given the hierarchy of... Oh, wait, is this a different box? It is a different box. Huh. Well, I mean... Given the hierarchy of items, though, we've made tons of batteries, but we've only found one sample analyzer, so... We probably should be taking it, but I think it's come and gone. And that was probably pretty dumb. But we also haven't really found a use for it yet, and I'm sure we can make one. Yeah. It's probably behind us, really, but... So, what our next move is, I'm not too sure. I suppose we might get some kind of transmission coming in. The other thing that we could do, we won't be doing it this episode, but we will probably be doing it soon, is, what is this stuff? Is probably going back to the island, because that's really the only lead we have for any kind of story or what's really going on here. Like, going to the island, going to the portal, and possibly going back to the other island and dropping a beacon to kind of triangulate where we are in this world might be a pretty solid plan. if you ask me. Okay, so we now have medkits out the wazoo. And all this stuff, I don't know what we do with that yet, honestly. Delicious. Alright, well, I think that's going to do it for this episode of Subnautica. So thanks for joining me once again, and I hope you're enjoying it. And if you are, feel free to like and subscribe. I will see you guys later. Take care.